Well, now to the game at Windy Hill. In Footscray's 4 straight wins, 3 of the victims have been the teams which finished in the top 3 after the qualifying rounds last year. Not bad for a team which finished last. The Bulldogs had to continue the trend as Essendon had finished 4th last year. Well, the positions this year were Footscray 4th and Essendon 6th. And it hasn't just been at the Western Oval where it's happened, as proved by Footscray's wins at the MCG and Princes Park earlier. So could Footscray overcome last year's century loss at Windy Hill and win away again? They had first use of the wind, and we join it 12 minutes after the start. With me, Doug Haywood and Jeff Leake.
Anyway, deep on that half-forward flank. Dead pocket there too, brings him towards a better position. Oh, slipping in there was Bahaja, ran into trouble. Can't get the handball away. Davison pounces on it. Tunnel balls it. The umpire spots it that it's got to be a ball up. Player couldn't get rid of it.
Courageous man is little Tony Bahaja. Go again there underneath the Davidson. Watson again for yet another possession. Back towards that centre square. All pushed out was Van der Haar. Plays on brilliantly. Caught. Back it goes to Donnell. Donnell is caught to Danaher. Danaher kicks the goal and rams it through.
Essendon dominating early. Madden wins. Fly hack by McKenna. Chance for Carey. Caught by Steve McPherson. Down he goes. Royal will take a high tackle and therefore the free kick. From centre wing for Footscray. Breeze behind, looking for a long kick. It is a long kick. Beasley hasn't had a touch. Nudged under it there by Walsh. Big punch out. Comes in the hands of Donnell. Short pass up towards centre and Terry Danaher.
Terry Danaher looking good. He's kicked the 2 goals in the match so far. Backwards. Hurd comes in to make good position. Footscray jamming up the play at the moment. Here's Williams coming through for one of his only touches. Did it well though. Look for some support. Oops, McKenna got out of the way of a teammate, let him go, and Essendon rip into the ball, force it to the ground and look for the free kick. On their back line, and the Dons, 16 points to Footscray's 1.
Looking very impressive. It's Hurd downfield. Simon Madden the target. They're all over him. Well hit down this time. A chance now for Tim Watson, been a brilliant player, onto his left foot and boots it down. Wallace in front. He's pushed, I thought, by Hawker. Hawker wins it, tackled there very nicely by McKenna, but the ball is held to him and it'll be bounced. Umpire says, give it to me, I'll bounce it once again.
Essendon 16, Footscray 1. Purser nudged out, no whistle by the umpire. It comes to West, who gets clear well, beats the diving tackle of Lunn. Oh, great mark on the forward line by West, by Copping. Quickly on to Bahagia. Inboard he goes to Clark in the goal square, and Clark kicks the goal. By Shane Hurd. Top football by Essendon. A very quick exchange of the ball on the forward line, and Essendon have 3 into the breeze.
I'm sorry, 80 minutes into the first quarter. Essendon 22 to Footscray's 1, and the Dons doing brilliantly against the breeze. They've really got the Bulldogs with all stopped out at the moment. Terry Danaher's kicked 2 goals. Well, a rebound to centre. Huge pack of players there, the gathering of the clan. Aerial ping-pong, if you like, at this stage. Donnell gets a handball away, picked up by Watson. Will it bounce for him? No, it won't. He goes after it on the ground anyway. Good pick up there by McPherson. Clever mark there to Sewell, playing a centre-half forward. And he's certainly within kicking distance. The only thing that will matter is his accuracy. No more than 40 metres out, and they're trailing by 21 points. He allowed for it. I think it's his first match on the Essendon ground. A huge tunnel of wind coming through there. But he's managed to register the full points, which is necessary, and that's the first goal to Footscray, kicked by Sewell.
Kick in by Clark in the direction of Walsh. Simon Madden over the top, and Madden takes an excellent mark. Gee, the players in front were well placed, but he just flew over the top of them. His handball to Bahagia, who kicks badly. Well, Cordy should have taken the mark, but it spills off now to Lunn. He's kicked a full forward. Beasley. Play on, rules the umpire, as Walsh got second touch to it, and then takes a push in the back and will take the free kick as a consolation.
Lucky for him as well, folds on hand as he runs through the goal square. Then across to Andrews. Andrews in the back pocket now, puts a long kick out towards the wing. Looking for a leaper on that flank there, can't get one. Whistle's gone. Interference against Neagle, who hasn't done very much so far for his brilliance. Back into the team this week, and Footscray come forward.
Chris Burton. Andrews gets there first. Nicely taken by Sewell. Well trapped this time by Weston. Weston, nice football. Left foots it down to centre wing. Williams underneath it again. Now it's Burton, and Burton takes the mark.
Chris Burton on centre wing for his second possession after replacing Perrin. 15-metre penalty. Long running kick to the goal square. Beasley nudged out. Essendon pushed the ball forward in the path of Bahagia, who bounces up to half-back, looking for support. Good kick into the breeze towards the centre. West and Davidson. Davidson's played a fine game. Last-minute replacement. Wallace. Steve McPherson going backwards. Support from Burton on the wing. And now space for Burton. Told to go on by Kennedy. Shocking left foot kick. Bouncing through half forward. Oh, luck's of fortune. Jim Sewell snap for goal, and he's popped it through.
Footscray fighting back with the breeze. Sewell's kicked his second goal. Infringement in the centre.
Hawker's penalised for shepherding,
Yeah. Beautiful kick by Purser. Beasley, of course, the target. Couldn't quite get the Beasley. Looking for a runner there. It's Clark for Essendon in the back pocket. Puts a low one out towards that half-back flank. Gave it lots of punches. He gets it right out of the wing. Burton picks up a metre inside. Hooks it back to half-forward. A tumbling mark to McKenna.
This revival's been, great pass, straight to Sewell, and instrumental in this whole revival has been Chris Burton when he replaced Perrin. He's played brilliantly in that wing position, and Sewell has been number 2. He's kicked 2 goals. He comes in for his 4th kick, and Jim Sewell is only about 35 metres out from goal. Fine kick. Simon Beasley claps it through, and that's magnificent football by Burton and Sewell. And Footscray now trailing only by 3 points. 3rd goal to Sewell.
Oh, gee, they're not giving anything away, are they, Footscray? They were as quick as Essendon were as quick. An eye for an eye. Danaher to take the ruck work in this with Williams, or Purser rather. Bahagia another chance. Vanderhaar slips in from the side. Oh, man in front is Copping. He's unbelievable, this fellow, for his inches. He really mesmerises backmen because he always takes the front position, takes the initiative. They don't think he's can be such a great mark for his inches, but he is. He does it time after time. 3rd mark to Steve Copping, dead in front. Essendon leading by 5 points, and he steers that one straight through. His first.
Bounce in the centre by umpire Nash. Madden beats Purser. Watson helps it on for Essendon and takes clean possession. Long high kick with the breeze. Vanderhaar and Copping there. Vanderhaar almost. Knocked out by Davidson. Down he goes. Chance for West. Vanderhaar keeps it in. For Terry Danaher. But Lunn for Footscray. On he goes to Steve McPherson. From half-back flank. Short left footer. Oh, intercepted beautifully by Hawker. He might even goal from here. Hooks it back towards the goal square. Copping is there, the only Essendon player. He's got it again! Freak mark by Stephen Copping. Well, you wouldn't back him with counterfeit money again to take the mark.
That was a steal. Yep, you summed it well, Greg. Yep.
So Steve Copping from right in front. A chance for his 2nd goal in a minute. Couldn't miss from there. And another break now to Essendon.
Very early in this.
Great battle between the two giants. It favours Purser. Hawker goes with him. Bahagia underneath it. McPherson underneath it too. Madden fights for it. Steve McPherson hand passes out. But in the meantime, umpire Robinson has decided he'll bounce it and start it all over again.
Well, early in this 2nd quarter, Essendon bounced away to a 17-point lead after being 4 points up at the change. That was Purser with a beautiful swat backwards. Can't get a rover to extricate himself from the pack. Throw the ball up.
Throw a blanket over about 24 players. Bounce favours Essendon. Copping again off his shins. Oh, comes out with the ball. It's West. Long kick for goal. Copping in the goal square. Vanderhaar in front. Egan under pressure. and the defence all over him, and Egan will take the free kick right from the goal square.
Well, Van der Haar's been so close to taking some splendid marks. Purser, incidentally, playing with only one boot at the moment. Leads out wide, and Madden's the opponent. Madden's got the nine. No, he hasn't got the good position. Nagel has. Nagel hand passes. Hawker's shepherded. Picked up nicely there and lost. Down they're going everywhere. And umpire Robinson says free kick. It's to you, Wallace.
Hawker coming off by the look, or is it West? Essendon, Howard Carey with one of his few kicks. Boots it straight. The fans are keen on Van der Haar marking, but he just can't crack it. Good play there. No, screw shot over the head. That wasn't too bad from Thompson, but not quite right for direction. Another behind. Straight 3-goal lead.
Here's West off the ground and Fowler on for Essendon as Davidson's kick comes in. Oh, clash of players. Comes to Purser, who's now got 2 boots on. Handball drops a bit short there of Royal, putting him under the hammer. Bahagia uses his body beautifully. Nagel up inside half forward, but on the chest of Kennedy for Footscray.
All caught by Copping. Picked up by Thompson. Across to Van der Haar. Brilliant. Copping again. 3rd goal for the quarter. Beautiful football.
At the 9 and a bit minute mark in the second term, it's Essendon by 4 goals. Kicking with the breeze, and they're making every advantage possible on their own dunghill. That's McKenna with the football, surrender it, and a further ball up centre field.
Madden wins. Down to Hawker, who's pushed in the back, so Glenn Hawker will take the free kick. Goes against McKenna. He won't get off him.
He can't get his legs disentangled.
And umpire Robinson eventually plays a 15-metre penalty. Hawker now with a run and signals long. High with the breeze. Van der Haar's there, 1 out. Copping again. 4th goal in 10 minutes. Steve Copping.
Well, if ever there's a match winner, we're just having a look at him now. Number 24, Steve Copping. As you said, Drew, 4 goals in 10 minutes. And Essendon with a 5-goal lead.
Umpire Robinson. Whoops, there goes the whistle. Free kick to Simon Madden. Madden's had a good second term. The Flying Dutchman. Oh, he got there again. Thompson, open goal. Terry Danaher runs with it. Davidson, nicely done. Really well done. A splendid mark.
He's knocked a bit of gas out of himself when he hit the turf, and I bet he's grinning at the moment. Sure sign of a man who's in pain when he grins. Straight down the centre, looking for Jim Edmonds. He's been very quiet. He kicked 5 in the first term last week in their marvellous game against Richmond. It's not on today. Purser to Royal. Royal's kicked to the half-forward line. Steve McPherson and Carey. McPherson front running. Helped out there by centreman Wallace. Up to full forward to Beasley. Got a hand to it. Walsh has attended him nicely. The back line over the top. Weston takes it. A chip to the centre of the leading Madden. He'll wait for the half volley, the full volley in fact. Man running past Hawker. Beautifully taken. Hawker throws it out in front of him. He'll get a kick on the boundary line somewhere. People are calling for it, but foolishly he lost that. He tried just too hard, did too much. Gets the free kick anyway.
Got the free.
Held too long, I think.
Rod McPherson clung on after he lost the ball, Hawker. Bit tough on McPherson, really. Here comes McKenna for Footscray. Out to Rod McPherson. Breaks away from the wing. Footscray steering the ball into the breeze. Wide lead by Beasley. But he's only had 1 touch for the day when he kicked it behind, when he should have kicked a goal, and the ball out of play at left half forward.
Footscray in attack. Nice leap by Williams. Ooh, into the face of Steve McPherson. Williams again. Fights for it. Well played Rod McPherson. Out to Wallace. Caught by Watson, smothered by Madden. Well played again, Steve McPherson. Out to McKenna. McKenna downfield, in front Walsh. Great effort. Edmund fights with him. Hit out cleverly. Essendon looking good in defence. Great pick up by Fowler. Fowler out looking for Hurd, and Hurd's got the chance once again.
Well played by Hurd on the half-back flank.
On the handball over the top. Running through this Crikey. Didn't look terribly tidy at that stage, but Footscray, they haven't scored in this second term, Bulldogs. A chance now, perhaps. High tackle. Holding the ball will be taken by Gary Folds.
Folds kick up towards centre half forward. Terry Danaher kicked the Bombers' first 2 goals. Left foots it towards full forward. Copping's there again. No reason to think he won't get it again. But here's Kennedy for Footscray. Oh, trouble. Bahagia. Snap. Goal. Oh, Rick Kennedy's given away 2 goals in this term. 9 kicks to Tony Bahagia, and it breaks Copping's run.
Well played, Madden again. Nobby Clark lost it. Royal covers no distance. Andrews, but the tackle was against Western, taken by Jim Edmund, who's had a very, very quiet time. This is his second kick, and we're at the 22-minute mark in the second term. Kicks it high downfield. Gronewegian's on, punched away from him. Bahagia, the best rover on the ground, breaks away brilliantly, sends it cleverly to Danaher, and Danaher takes a splendid mark.
Star quality, this fella. Great cap is going in. A long kick to Copping. And it's Madden. Oh, Merritt rather. Merritt had the job made easy for him as Copping ran and created the gap for him. And Merritt, who came on in this quarter, 45 metres from goal. Essendon leading by 39 points. A huge margin, and they've certainly capitalised on the wind in this second term. So here's Roger Merritt. Long kick. Straight kick. Lovely kick.
All Essendon in the second quarter. Simon Madden wins in the middle. Hawker ducks into Perrin's tackle and, in fact, takes it high and so gets the free kick. Hawker, lead by Merritt again. At the back of him, Sewell. And it's going to be an Essendon free kick. Umpire with his signal perhaps indicating that he's throwing it out. And it's a free kick here to Van der Haar. As Jeff said, has leapt for everything, taken nothing. Third kick only for the game. This one's a better one. And he finally gets on target.
Umpire Nash with 71 points to 20. Essendon in front of the time-on period in the second term by 51 points. There's Madden, who's taken over in the ruck duels, beaten this time by Person. Nagel been quiet. This man has been in everything, Bahagia. Taken away from him by Gronewegian. His kick is more height than distance. Down it comes from Foles, picked up by Clark, out to Hawker, lost it. Through comes Clark again. Hand pass by Andrews. Well played that time by Nagel, but no, he kicked it too wide. It's out of bounds on the full, and the free kick will go against Essendon. No, it wasn't out on the
not quite, Doug. It was pretty close to it, but the umpire signalled that it is out. Merritt in the ruck now. The man at the back was first. Geez, lovely leap, nice balance. That's close to out in the full.
Essendon 71, Footscray 20 at the 26-minute mark in the second quarter. Free kick to Burton. Up towards half-forward flank. Gronewegian in front, spoiled by Andrews. Down to Folds, who kicks up and down the mine shaft. Big leap by Perrin. Wallace tapping for Purser. Down he goes from the opposite number 1, Nagel. Perrin again. Gronewegian. Eventually Perrin held when not in possession, rules umpire Robinson. And Brian Perrin, the free kick from the wing.
Perrin, centre wing position. Andrews got the Merritt in front. Nobody at home at all. It fell short, and Perrin takes it out to Folds. Folds, who kicks it long. Out wide, Danaher's the target again. Past him it goes, and Carey's got the run of it. Props. Back it goes to Donnell. Donnell caught. Danaher's the target. Well played, Terry. Boots it downfield. Long punch by Hanson. Bahagia underneath it. Awkward bounce for him. Still gets it. Steadies and shoots for goal and hooks it. Through for one behind. He's been a busy, tough, courageous, industrious rover. That was his 12th kick.
So the same thing, Doug. One of his better games. Well, Davidson looks okay now as he kicks that ball out, finds Burton in the back pocket. Footscray have gained nothing out of this little exchange. Their stars are missing. Jim Edmonds had about 2 kicks. Williams has done nothing on Footscray's forward line. In fact, they haven't scored in this second term. Extra time being played now. It's on the half-back line. Another smothered kick from Footscray. The Dons are desperate at home. Fowler back to Andrews. Players running everywhere. Watching the Folds. Long kick straight into Woods. Copping. Oh! He's magic, this little fella. He kicked 4 goals in about 10 minutes at the opening of this second term to put Essendon in a match-winning position. And he's marked everything that's come his way, as well as some slashing football nipping in around the feet of the pack. Steve Copping kicking for his 5th goal for the term. Oh, dead-eyed Dick. No. Well, that's his first behind.
One long one was just forced through off his own boot, so he could so easily have had 6, Jeffrey.
Good value, Doug, isn't he?
Oh, he's beautiful.
Kick in by Hansen. Sewell is there with Danaher, and will take the free. And a 15-metre penalty. Short pass out to the wing. Lunn, he's done nothing. Up towards half forward. Williams and Edmund both there. Edmund a big ride and comes down with a fine mark. It's one of the very few things he's done in the game.
Kick number 3 from Jim Edmonds. Simon Beasley in the same position. Beautiful play, Clark. Downfield to Danaher's, giving his opponent a tremendous run around. His opponent being Sewell. Clever play to the budgie and a brilliant mark by Bahagia. Tumbling to the ground. He doesn't have far to tumble, but my word, he did it well. Downfield it goes underneath at Watson. And actually, for the first time, there's a little bit of a sign of keepings off and showing off, but brilliantly done. And Essendon now at 10-13 have played a destructive second term. It's kicked for goal by Watson, off direction. That makes it 10-14. That was his 8th kick. He's given some dazzling hand passes, been his usual constructive and brilliant self, and Essendon well in front, 74-20.
7 goals, 8 for the term to Footscray's 0. So worried Hansen tries to find someone with some winning ability. He goes for Sewell now at centre-half back. Opponent Danaher punches it away from him. Murcho some vigour there. Backwards towards Donnell. A long floating kick up towards the goal square. The Rovers, the small players looking for it. Davidson. Oh, the outstretched hands of Donnell. Lost it, gathers it, slips past his 2 opponents, lines up. A shot for goal, looks great. Well played, Frank Donnell. Boy, is he thrilled.
And it continued in that fashion for the whole day. The Bombers won it by 132 points, winning it by 22 goals. After an even first quarter, the Bombers led by 4 points. In the second quarter, they kicked 8-8 to 1 behind. Third quarter, 6-2 to 2-2. And in the final quarter, they really rammed it home with 10-3 to 2-2 and a real hiding for Footscray. Copping 7, Danaher 4, Bahagia, Merritt and Vanderhaar each 3 goals, and for Footscray, Sewell kicked 4. Well, last year's premiers, Carlton, hadn't started the season too brightly. Beaten in the second round by Footscray, the Blues crashed to a 10-goal defeat last week at Prince's Park at the hands of Fitzroy. They found themselves in 7th place on the ladder prior to their game against Geelong. The Cats had also lost at home last week to Melbourne, but their start to the season under new coach Tom Hafey had been quietly efficient following their unaccountable slump last year. And by the way, Carlton hadn't lost 2 games in a row since David Parkin took over as coach and led the team to 2 flags. Well, the scores were level at half-time, and it was clearly going to go right down to the wire. We join Tim Lane, Peter Booth and Don Hyde 15 minutes into the third quarter.
Carlton lead by 16 points. Blake. Hunter. Austin touched off the boot. Hurried kick, but effective. Peak underneath it and takes the mark. On to Nankervis Bruce. Winds up. In towards Blake in the pocket. Off hands. A chance for Buse. Fires and scores Geelong's 7th goal. 7-5, Carlton 8-9.
Play getting underway again in the centre, kicked high into the air onto the half-forward line. McClure not able to get it, taken here by Clom. Clom tackled hard, brought to the ground, play on, picked up by Wayne Johnson, a hand pass to Ditchburn. Ditchburn going in hard, has to get rid of it quickly, and not quickly enough according to the umpire. Tackled by Ray Card, who's been a solid defender for the Cats. His 16th kick, and he kicks it high into the air, but the whistle gone and the ball being brought back. The player running over the mark, and a more than a 15-metre penalty, a big penalty, 30-40 metres, and Card kicks again. Geelong into attack now. Perovic knocking it down. Dool is there. Bright backed into him. Taken by Ken Hunter. Hunter to Ashman. Now the Carlton running players moving well to the half-forward line, and there's the buzz man. Peter Bosustow, already 4 goals to his name, kicks it into the full forward zone. Long kick! Oh, what a kick! What a goal! And Bosustow's done it again. Peter Bosustow, when he's hot, he's hot. 5 goals.
18 and a half minutes gone, and Bosustow almost single-handedly doing it for the Blues. He's kicked 5. They lead by 16 points. Harms drives them into attack again. Klopp, nice bounce. Over the top to Marcoux. His wrong boot. Lead from Ditchburn, but he goes for goal. And kicks out on the full. Free kick to Yates.
Third term, 19 minutes in. The Blues by 16 points. Yates. Big pack. Card. Waddell. Around the outer side wing. Now who's he drawing further up the field? Past Perovic, does it well. Blake dropping back into the goal square. He goes deep. Will be Blake into the square. And Reid, and Blake forced to defend. Ill-directed kick by Waddell. He drew players well, but I think players further down the field let him down. Right forward pocket. The Cats into attack. They trail by 16 points. Reid and Blake. Featherby. Reynoldsson. The tap on. He kicks it. And he misses. It's a behind. Geelong 7-6. Carlton 9-9.
19 minutes into the third quarter, and Bruce Dool, the veteran Carlton defender, favouring the outer flank with a low trajectory kick. Not a good kick by Dool, looking for Reid. It may have been touched. Perovic touches it now and keeps it in play. Reid is there battling with him. Now it's taken by Reynoldsson, who's moved pretty well since he came on. Kicks it back for Geelong. Up is Big Jones, not effectively. Rod Ashman, the Carlton runner. Left foot kick back towards the flank. Ill-directed, out of bounds in the full, and the consequent free kick going to Reynoldsson on the Geelong half-forward flank.
The one-time glamour boy who's these days battling to make his way into the Cats' first 20. Looks for Blake. Almost grabbed it. Lenihan. He knows where the goals are at Princes Park, and he's found them. His first, and the Cats staying within striking distance.
Carlton by 9 points. Perfect bounce. Mossop wins. Johnston intercepted. Reid gets dumped. Darcy puts his body in. Tries to ride a tackle, but McConville does it superbly. Up towards McClure. Marcoux the crumbs off the pack. He double back. Or peek over at it. Marcoux out to Ashman. He gets a good bounce. He's got to wait for a bit. Open goal. 35 metres out. It's straight. It's a goal. Carlton's 10. Final term, 3.5 minutes in. The Blues by 10 points. 72-62. Blake. And Jones wins out. Reynoldsson a bit late taking off. Peak traps it well. Throws the ball out. Onto Darcy. Too slow. Back to Peak. Clean bowled by that. Picked up by Marcoux. Marcoux a short pass out wide to Glascott. Toohey late on the scene. Plump calling for it at centre half forward. He's going in towards full forward. McClure outnumbered 4-1. Has to defend. Ian Nankervis onto brother Bruce. High clearing kick. Toohey. Geelong's only chance stolen by Glascott. He plays on in the pocket, fires for goal and kicks it. Great goal there, Glascott. Carlton 11-12. 78. Geelong 98-62.
The centre bounce once again, and the Carlton running players putting the Blues right back in business again. Mossop versus Jones in this ruck duel. No decisive hit out here. Opportunity there for McConville, couldn't get it. A knock forward under the Carlton half-forward line. Jones has got it. Glasgow again, who goaled before. He has to get rid of it quickly. Good tackling. Waddell, Nankervis, and now Geelong into attack down towards Featherby on the half-forward line. And a good mark taken by Ken Hunter, who's played an exemplary game today. Not a good kick on that occasion. And put forward here for Geelong onto their half-forward line by Lenigan. But Bruce Reid is there, doing well on the last line of defence for the Blues. Gets it to Doull, ever reliable, towards Wayne Harms. And a pretty good mark to Wayne Harms on the centre wing.
And the Blues class is starting to tell. 2 against 1 here. Montgomery up. Poor effort. Marcoux, who weighted down. Look at that acceleration. McClure, Glasgow waiting down. Big chance for the Blues. Well played, Malarkey. Beat 2 of them. Card drives the Cats out of trouble, but it's all Carlton through Harms.
Mark number 9 to Harms. Tons of places to kick it to. McClure up too early. Almost gave away a free kick. Now Glasgow has marked it. About 35 to 40 metres out from goal. The Blues by 16 points. Glasgow free second. It's falling short. Klomp. And Klomp on somebody's shoulder, but the mark taken by Geelong anyway. Ian Nankervis as he goes out towards Card on the half-back flank.
Ray Card has had plenty of possessions in the game today on the back line. His 20th kick for the centre wing, and there's Big John Mossop. He's had plenty as well. Played a sterling game in the ruck. To the half-forward line of Reynoldsson, attempting a difficult mark. O'Keefe across to the full forward zone. Geelong falling down on attack. Opportunity for Terry Bright. English knocks it away from him. The Carlton defence standing firm once again. 8 minutes into the last quarter, and a 16-point advantage to the Carlton Blues.
Bruce Reid in ruck against Blake, and Reid's done a tremendous job after a shaky start. Hunter, scrambled kick, all Geelong here. Harms has got a couple to beat. Oh, and he does it with great robust play. Glasgow, Toohey, tremendous mark. Glasgow really had to sit there, but a one-handed lunge, elastic arm, and Toohey raked it in. High kick, not a good one for Reynoldsson. Plenty of spoilers. Reid, Waddell with pace, lines them up, goes for home, and it's a good kick. His second, and the Cats back in it.
Final term, 8 minutes in, a perfect bounce. Mossop, Peake, Sheldon, Bruce Nankervis, Hutu. Bright, Hunter's in between the pack. Controls it beautifully. Support from Doull. Wrong puts himself. Montgomery. Getting better as the game goes on. Far side wing. No one on the mark. Gets a fly. Wrong puts himself to Bazasto. Carter's down there. Malarkey. Bazasto battling hard against all the odds. At the Klomp. Klomp sees daylight at centre half forward. Fires in. And it's out on the full. Carlton 11-12-78. Geelong 10-8-68.
This is Bernard Toohey, the Geelong half-back flanker, right in the back pocket at the moment. A wobbly kick to the Geelong half-back line. Sheldon. Bruce Nankervis, a wild hand pass. Sheldon's got it again. Marcoux, a hand pass to Harms. And throwing the ball, says the umpire, against Carlton. And a free possession to Geelong. The ball eventually to Peake. Peake to the half-forward line, and Reynoldson's there making position well. I've been impressed with Reynoldson's play since he came on to replace Johnson earlier. He's moved around and given Geelong some life on their forward line. This is his 10th kick. Stephen Reynoldsson over the head of Terry Bright, looking for Blake. Blake foiled in his attempt to mark again by Reid, knocked away by Doull. Opportunity here for Buse. He eludes the tenacious Hunter. Gets a hand pass back to Featherby. Featherby tackled hard by Austin. The Blues bustling the ball away. Now it's picked up here by Lenihan. Terry Bright. Blake. Lumbering Blake. Hand pass. Carlton applying enormous pressure. Waddell. Reynolds again from a very acute angle. That's a good shot. Oh, that's one of the goals of the day. Stephen Reynolds. Rod. Curly Austin on Carlton's half-back flank. Puts the ball back to the centre wing. Buzasto. Oh. A buzzman. He's already kicked 5 goals today. He's out on the centre wing, and there's his low trajectory kick. A beautiful pass, and he finds Robert Klomp. Klomp on the Carlton half-forward line. In towards the forward pocket, looking for Ashman. The ball dropping short, and the mark here taken by Ian Nankervis. 16-minute mark, last quarter, a close encounter. Carlton leading by 4 points against Geelong. Buzasto again, never gives up. Look at him, getting it out to a teammate, Jones. McConville to Perovic. Perovic into the full forward zone. Wayne Hines runs into an open goal. Offline, off the side of his boot under great pressure, and out of bounds.
Well, if only he'd known that Glasgow was shepherding desperately, he might have just steadied. Yates kicks well towards Bright. It's spoiled by Jones. Klomp, nice palm down. Buzasto, who's kicked 5, lines them up. There's the match winner, if they win it, in fact.
18 minutes gone, the Blues by 10 points. A perfect bounce by umpire James. Jones, Marcoux, good smother by Reid. Johnston, McConville, Waddell through the pack, support from Peake, out the back, and Peake goes down. Reynolds leaves it behind. Perovic. O'Keefe, no, it's not O'Keefe, but Yates who gets a good bounce. High one, Blake. Johnson just on the ground, and it's been carried through. It has been, in fact, and behind for the Cats. They trail by 9 points.
Bruce Dool, the Carlton fullback at the time, out to the half-back line, and he finds Kenny Sheldon onto the ground late in the game today. Didn't start off in the game for the Blues, but now he contributes as he puts it back to the centre wing, looking for David Glasgow, but a good mark to Bernard Toohey. Out on the centre wing, and with the opportunity now to put the Geelong side back into an attacking position. Carlton leading by 9 points. Very high kick by Toohey to their half-forward line, all Carlton. The ball to the ground. Waddell should get a free. He's not going to get it. He's not too happy about it either. And the umpire will bounce on the Geelong half-forward line. A goal here will be interesting. Any side can win it. 18 minutes gone, last quarter. Blake doing something. Featherby, his kick not very far, taken by Buse. Beautifully gets around Perovic. A good shot in towards goal by Buse. That's good. 3 goals to him. And Geelong still on the match.
Cats are back to within 3 points. 19.5 minutes gone. Peake. Open space at half forward. Johnston out in front of Dool. McConville. Arms at the back. Well done, Reid. Beautifully played. And he's been a goer for the Cats. Goes long towards Johnston and Blake. Bruce Reid up for Carlton. Hunter. Blake brought to ground. Tripped. And a chance here. 35 metres out directly in front. He's kicked 2. He's only had 3 kicks for the day. So he's been a luxury up in that forward pocket. He's missed. Bad miss. The margin just 2 points.
Almost 20 minutes gone. Carlton 84, Geelong 82. Duel. Buzasto and Perovic. Reynolds the spoil. He might claim it. No, he punches it onto Waddell. No support. Yes, there is. In towards Buse. Can he get a good bounce? He's running towards centre half forward. He's grabbed and loses it.
What a great tackle by Rod Austin.
Austin foremost at fullback. Out to Corkamillis, but he's going deeper towards Jones. One-handed not good enough. O'Keefe out there. So is Mossop. Reed. Good about the hand pass, but going deeper down towards Klopp and Glascott. And the ball out of bounds as Sir Bernard Toohey can't control it. 21.5 minutes gone last quarter, and the Blues hanging on by 2 points.
The Blues have the ball on their attacking zone on their half-forward line. Up is Big Whale Jones. Opportunity for Kenny Sheldon. Sheldon's kick high out to the flank, not well directed towards McClure. He hasn't done much today at all, and he sort of feebly surrenders that one as he's tackled. Klomp comes in to lend a hand, and a scramble on the Carlton half-forward line, and a bounce being affected now by the umpire. Carlton leading by 2 points. Mossop again knocks it down, looking for Nankervis Bruce. Over the line it goes once again.
Mossop and Jones. McConville. Nankervis tackled. Ball up. Carlton deep in attack. And couldn't they use a goal? They're 2 points in front. And they can't afford a loss in this match. The Blues hanging in for grim death at the moment. Mossop the knock. Klomp. But it's a free kick going Mossop's way. And he deserves all he gets because he really has played a great workhorse game. 19 kicks and he's won everything in the air. Plenty of leapers there. Toohey was Reynoldson was up high. Bright puts the Cats into attack. There's not much to go for. English outpaced by Buse, but the ball beats the pair of them. So a throw in just a shade Geelong's attacking side of the centre.
Final term, 23.5 minutes played. The Blues by 2 points. Perovic, over the shoulder almost. Allowed to go on. Austin on to Hunter. Sidesteps Reed, but good play by Reed. It goes out towards Yates. Yates in towards centre half forward. A chance to put Cats in front. He has. And Geelong in front by 4 points.
Have we got a ball game here as play gets underway again? Mossop getting up, a big knock onto the half-forward line, taken by Corkamillis, tackle hard. Reynoldson's got it, back to Mossop. Mossop puts Geelong into attack onto their half-forward line. Now the Blues under great pressure here until Hunter comes in again, relieves the pressure, kicks it wide to the open spaces, and a throw-in to take place on the centre wing. Only 4 points the difference, Geelong in front, and 24 minutes into the last quarter.
Now the Blues have really got to pull something out. Jones front position, lovely knock by Mossop to Lenihan, who's well tackled and no, not penalised. Yes, he is. Free kick to Sheldon. Finds Glascott. Carlton have fallen down all day up forward. They've got to work the ball effectively. Oh, that's not great handball to Sheldon. Ashman in front. Klomp with strength. Austin. Snap. Is a beauty. Just hit the post.
That's the best leg break I've ever seen, Tim.
It was a great effort on the left boot. The Cats by 3 points.
Just into time on, 25 minutes gone. Geelong 88, Carlton 85. Jones, Reynoldson fourth in line. Montgomery goes in. Toohey, McConville. Toohey's free kick and push in the back. Defensive side of centre. Toohey up towards Big Johnson, or Bright got up Johnson, play on the call. First recovery is Hunter. Out to Sheldon. Sheldon half back. To nobody. To absolutely nobody. McClure late on the scene, taps it back towards Klopp. It might come off yet. It might come off yet. Out to Johnston. Ashman down there. Ashman front posse over Ian Nankervis. There's no support. Paddling it beautifully. This way, that away. Gets a call from Corkamillis. The ball going the wrong way for Carlton now. And taken away by Peake. Perovic underneath it. Punched away. Great stuff this. Hughes on the half-forward line. He's kicked free. Has a long, hard look. Fires in towards goal. And he solves at the post. Another poster. 2 posts disasters in successive scoring shots, one by Carlton and one by Geelong.
Great level of football.
Geelong 89, Carlton 85.
Well, certainly Carlton knowing what it's like to have pressure applied against them, the tactics that they normally apply against sides, and Geelong doing it well. Deserve their lead of 4 points. Upfield, Wayne Harms is there. Carlton still has time to win it. 26 minutes gone. Geelong leading by 4 points. Wayne Harms, a big kick. Bazasto! 6 goals, Bazasto. Can he win the game for Carlton? Big kick to the full forwards, and McClure's there. Can he get it? Geelong defending grimly. Ian Nankervis. A push.
Nankervis put the ground after he got that hand pass away, Don.
And the free kick going to Brian Peake.
No, it is Peake taking the free, gives the hand pass to Nankervis. Well done to Malarkey. Open space, and it's all Geelong over on the other side of the ground. Mossop, 27 minutes gone. Mossop into Geelong's attacking half, looks for Johnston. Dool the spoiler. Who's waiting down? It's all the Cats. Reid. Hunter versus Reynoldson. Good bounce for Reynoldson. He can snap towards goal. Yes! That's the sealer.
Well, in an exciting climax, Geelong got home by 10 points. Scores were level at half-time, but Geelong outscoring Carlton in the last quarter by 5 goals to 2. Successive losses to the Blues, and it's the first time they've lost successive games at Princes Park since 1964. For Geelong, Buse got 3 goals. Waddell, Blake and Reynoldson each kicked 2. For Carlton, Bazasto kicked 6 and Ditchburn kicked 2.
Nicely out towards Davidson. Davidson long downfield. Jimmy Edmund for the first time. Great leap and a great mark. Well done.
Turns. Tackle, but gets a kick in okay to Danaher. Fickle bounce upset him. Davidson to Egan. Egan's kick to the half-forward line now. Hurd in front of the pack. Behind was Williams. That's a top mark. Pearson still showing out well on the ruck. Finds Rover Royal. Not looking at where they're kicking. Comes down to Fowler and Edmund. Edmund's had a shocking day. About 2 kicks. They got nothing out of their forward line. Sewell back on the forward lines. Kicked their only 3 goals. And that's a pretty close again. Away he goes. They've got some runners today. Budgie again. They can't touch him. He's magic today. Beautiful pass up into the forward pocket of Van der Haar. He can't catch anything, but Merritt does. It was touched though, so it's play on. Back into the goal square. Watson waiting for the loose ball. Doesn't need it. Copping. The miracle man. Here's Kellett, their halfback. Caught. Ball was deflected. Clark it is. Beautiful left footer this time out towards Watson. Taking them apart. A floating left footer up there to the flank to Hawker, and Hawker made the most of that one.
I think it's Egan who's going to kick out. He's had a quiet day today. Well, once again we see this penalty. It's interesting. That's the umpires today. Big leap by Watson this time up above. Haven't seen him take a big mark for a long time. Out it goes to Fowler from Watson. Fowler cleverly across. Danaher shoots. The teamwork has been dazzling.
Nagel lets it go for Watson. He leans back on one and lets a big one go. Down to the goal square. Copping's there again. Hawker in front. A snap. And he's put it through. They can't do a thing wrong.
Merritt. Beautifully down to Hawker. Hawker down in the Van der Haar direction. Well done. Well done. About the same distance as Terry Danaher's. Wow. Look at it go. Whoa. Whoa. He can kick as far as anybody from this point.
It's an interpretation the umpires have been strict on this year. Good lead from Johnston. Great play. He delivered that ball to Marcoux. 80 metres back down the ground. Long way out from goal. He'd be battling to score, although he's a devastating kick. Oh, it's a boomer. What a great goal.
Featherby, centre wing. Geelong 25, Carlton 21. Up towards Johnston, but from the side, McConville playing his 100th game today.
Val Perovic, the Carlton centre half back, a big kick to the half forward line. Bazasto! They have the ball in attack, knocked down by Jones, doing better this quarter. Cortamilis has got it. The left foot kick under pressure by him, down towards the full forward zone. Opportunity here for Ditchburn, a hand pass, not a well-directed one towards McClure. And picking it up again is Bozasto. Back to Ditchburn, 40 metres out. He's normally a straight, accurate kick.
Austin had front position but lost it. Waddell pursued by Glascott. Well played. Now Reid gets around McConville, lines them up. And what's he done? Well played, Geelong.
Long kick out to the half-back line. Oh, Wayne Harms.
Goes for distance. McClure's got the set at the back. One grab, two grabs.
Opportunity for Card again, a good defender, upfield towards Reid. Reid recovers well. He's on the Geelong half-back line, good play. In the meantime, the ball back in play, and Val Perovic has it and kicks it down to the Carlton half-forward line. There's the buzzman, Peter Bozasto. He's already kicked a couple of balls.
Ian Nankervis. Back into attack for the Cats. Plenty of Carlton players up and a good mark to McConville.
Well, now to the mark of the day, and even though Carlton lost, Peter Bozasto was right back to his brilliant best with high leaping and deadly kicking for goal. This jump in a pack is what we've come to expect from the Buzz since he came over from Perth in 1981.
Rod, Curly Austin on Carlton's half-back flank. Puts the ball back to the centre wing. Bozasto! Man. He's already kicked 5 goals today.
He can really get up. And now to the play of the day. And again, it's a Carlton player. And just watch the amount of ground covered by Wayne Johnston to set up an excellent goal for himself. This is what coaches mean by extra man football.
Nice hit out. Taken by Wayne Johnson. The Carlton half-forward kicks it to the half-forward flank towards Marku. And Marku gets the free kick around the neck.
It's an interpretation the umpires have been strict on this year. Good lead from Johnston. Great play. He delivered that ball to Marku. 80 metres back down the ground. Long way out from goal. He'd be battling to score, although he's a devastating kick. Oh, it's a boomer. What a great goal.